Hello, I'm George from Inferno Robotics. With me here today I have the PICkit 2 from a Microchip. I just got in the mail, and I'll just give you a quick overview of what's included and how to get started with it. In the package we got the actual programmer himself, the PICkit 2 here, a demo board, a USB cable, and 2 CDs. And on the 2 CDs, one of them has the NPLab IDE, and on the other one there's documentation specific for this and some lessons just to get started programming. The programmer itself, it has a red button for quick reading. It's like a shortcut. You can enable it in the software. It has 6 leads here, which is the critical part for programming. The demo board itself, it has a prototyping area. It has LEDs, 8 LEDs here that you could use. It also has a push button, a variable resistor, and the microcontroller itself. And in this case, this is the PIC16F887, and it comes with 44 pins, all of these here. And it gets connected to the programmer just like this. It goes in, and then just hook it up to the computer after that. So now I'd like to show you the actual suite of the software and how everything gets hooked up together, and we could try a sample program to make sure everything works nicely, and have some fun programming. Okay, so now that we took an overview of the packet of the hardware, let's do the software. What you want to do is probably go to Microchip's website and get yourself a copy of the NPLab IDE, which is free. It's a development environment for programming provided by Microchip. It's a very nice tool, and you go scroll down and download the latest version, which usually is not included on the CD. It's a couple versions older. And then the other thing is you want to get the programming specific utility here. So in my case, I'm just going to type in PICkit here and search for it, and go to the product page, and then on the bottom of the product page I would be able to find all the kinds of documentation along with this specific software and firmware, and download that, which would be the latest again. And that should be everything you need, and then we should just fire up NPLab. And then once we do that, it's in development environment. It has most things you need to do your projects. So we want to go File, Open Workspace, and we're going to use one of the tutorials provided by Microchip that comes with the packet. So navigate to whatever it was installed, and I'm just going to go with lesson 2 here, just for blinking, just to make sure something happens that's more recognizable. And here we have the file opens up immediately, and you also have a project explorer of the different files and some information here. Now we want to make sure under programmer that PICkit 2 is not selected. This is one of the ways to do it, and then I'll show you the other way to do it. And when we do that, we could take a look at what the code is. It has a couple loops, but after that, just go into Project, Build All, and it builds the hex files for the project. And you make sure that the programmer is connected to your USB port. Okay, so now let's load the hex file into the microcontroller, and let's open that utility that we downloaded, and make sure there's a connection. Here it is. It says PICkit 2 was found and connected. And from here we could click read to read the program memory, and in this case it should be completely empty. But we want to go File, Import Hex, choose the hex file that we just created. It's there. We want to click write, which would write the hex file into the microcontroller, it says it's successful, and we should be seeing a blinking light. Usually, in this case, we're not seeing a blinking light because the power cords, there's no power going to the chip, and we could send power through the programmer. We just click on here, and the LED should start blinking. And I suppose you could regulate the voltage here of how much power is going through the chip, and you might notice the LED blinking with a smaller brightness and whatnot. And that covers programming with the PICkit 2 programmer here. You could actually use the red button on the kit, and to do that you'd have to enable it, which is this option here. That way you just click the red button and you don't have to click write at all, and it's gonna write the program by itself. Now we could also from here erase the device. It says no device detected, which is awkward. And let's check communication. It says it's found. We could if we click erase now, it should erase the memory. Erasing device complete, and we could see here that the memory was just erased. So the other way to program this without using that utility is if we go back to MPLAB and we chose this programmer option here, none. If we click PICkit 2, it should communicate to the kit directly. So there it is, it's already here. And if we just click build all, it should send the hex file there. And we should be seeing the LED blinking. There it is, it says it's ready. And we click program, and it should send the program to the microcontroller. And I'm not aware of an option here to turn the power on and off. Oh, there it is. It said VDD off. If we set it off, it's going to start blinking, and if we set it on, it should start blinking. So that pretty much covers what I have to say today, and I'll continue to further explore this device and perhaps share some more information with you guys. And yeah, that's it.